went to the wire, didn't it, that game?
Oh, it was a tremendous game for the crowd in particular. It was a tremendous fourth quarter performance for us. It was good old Flyers basketball, where we just have to play really tough on the defensive end, and we made some very important big shots on the other end.
And it's our first match we came tonight, and it's a very different feel to football or rugby, which is more our sort of sport really, and real sort of family kind of atmosphere. I thought it was great.
Yeah, basketball is a very exciting game, and it's very fast-paced, and one team can be up ahead by 8 or 9 points, and then suddenly the other team can make a run, come back into it, and the atmosphere-wise is fantastic. It's a family kind of orientated crowd, a lot of young children, future players hopefully as well, and it's tremendous, and throughout the whole season it's been the same thing. Even though it's not one of the biggest arenas in the BBL, it's definitely one of the loudest, and everyone talks about the atmosphere-wise. Whoever comes here always talks about how fantastic our supporters are.
Yeah, you could feel that. I was trying to talk to people in the crowd, and every time I did, so a big cheer would come. And one thing I sort of noticed was at the end of the match as well, lots of the players sort of hanging around signing shirts, having photographs taken with the kids. It seemed a real connect between the players and the fans, which is, in this day and age of sport, that could be quite rare.
Yeah, I think that's very important for us. Our youth development is very important for us, and someone like Greg Street, our captain, has come through our junior program,
sure,
and he's Bristol born,
yeah.
And I think a lot of people identify with that. And I think our players are positive role models, and the supporters really appreciate the effort that they put on the court, and our guys are always happy to speak, community is very important for us in terms of delivering in schools. It's more people experience basketball, because in this country obviously everyone knows about football and rugby, but basketball is not as popular, if you want to call it. It's more of a minority sport, but it's a great atmosphere. It's a family environment. Our players love to interact with the crowd, and I think our supporters really kind of saw that love for our sport.
And we were talking to some young people from a primary school, and I think it's the sevens, and there was lots of kids. I think it was a teacher who brought back 50 kids now from an infant school, and she said that they're all asking now that they want to play basketball in the school, which is great, isn't it?
Oh, it's tremendous, and this is what we want. We want to develop our sport further, and sevens, as you say, Roy Owen is a number 7, so he's delivered some sessions with them. Yeah. So obviously they're big fans of him. But we have we really believe in what our athletes do out in the community. I think it's great having this day and age. We have all these PlayStations and everything else. You have all these kind of different kind of things that you do, and it's good to identify with something and have positive role models in our society. I think that's really good, and I think our Flyers players do that very well.
Yeah, and big congratulations, huge win. And just a last question really, what's your target then for the rest of the season?
Our target is to make the playoffs. It's to be as competitive as we can be. That was our target at the start of the season, and this is still the same thing. It's our first year, it's a year of discovery, but I think we've done pretty well, and we're in a situation where we have 10 games left, 7 of them are at home, and the playoffs are a realistic target. It's finishing in the top 8, which I think is going to be a fantastic achievement for our franchise in our first year in the league. So I think this is it moving forward. It's make it to the playoffs and see how far we can go there, basically.
And you're quite an animated coach, aren't you? And it's you're sort of spiraling up and down the line. Have you always been like that? Is that your sort of motivational sort of technique for the players?
I'm a passionate type of guy. I think the players appreciate that. They know I really care about them, and I really care about the team. And I just want us to do very well. So different people express in different ways. I'm probably quite, as you say, quite. You can see quite a lot of gestures and things going on in the game. I just love our sport, and I think the players appreciate the energy I give, and they kind of pay back in that fourth quarter performance. I think it's a number of factors. A fantastic crowd. I think they saw how the coach really cares for the team. I think all those things come together, and it's a real family environment. And within the team, we talked about the supporters, and like you see the crowd, but it's about the team. It's togetherness, and we're all together in this, which is very important.
although I did see Greg, because we've had Greg on our show,
Yeah.
sort of in the last quarter, look up. He looked up towards the gantry where me and Nick were, and he sort of looked up, and I don't know if that gave them sort of inspiration to go on to win at the death.
But possibly it did. You started making some big shots, so obviously we need to have you in more games. So,
We're a good aim for you.
We definitely need to have you in more games. So see you next Saturday, right?
Well, thank you ever so much. Thank you. You're all the best. Cheers.